Hi, and welcome back to my true crime podcast. My name is Swamp Rose, and today I'm continuing my coverage of the Idaho 4 case, otherwise known as the case against Bryan Kohberger. And I want to bring up, first thing, I want to bring up a document. Apparently not first thing. Hold on. I want to bring up this document. So I'm not making this video about the 18th motion for discovery. I'm actually making this video regarding Jack S. because he's been back in the true crime community. But I want to bring up this 18th motion request for discovery from the defendant because I thought all the evidence was supposed to be turned over by now. Now, we watched after Cy got on the stand and they made those supplemental requests for discovery. It appeared that they had been answered, although we don't have a conclusion to that. We do know that the state said that they were going to hold back some of the evidence until September 6th, some of the metadata information. So we assumed that had to do with something that might influence locational testimony for Bryan Kohberger, alibi testimony for Bryan Kohberger, but we don't know. It could also, this 18th supplemental request for discovery, this could also mean that the defense is still going after the IGG and they are taking this to a Supreme Court level. They do not want the answer that this is an anonymous source where you got this genetic genealogy material. There are serious constitutional issues when it comes to IGG that need to be addressed. Basically, the DOJ is supplementing legislation with their guidelines. And I shouldn't say the DOJ, I should say the judicial system supplements actual legislation on how to use IGG with DOJ guidelines. So there's so much room for speculation on IGG. And at this point, if the defense is driving home that they want to have all of the genetic genealogy records that might have led to Bryan Kohberger, this might be an issue that's very well seen by the Supreme Court. So I'm bringing that up. But there was an interesting statement in the initial request for discovery that the defense filed. It was either the first or the second, but I believe it was the second. The verbiage in it had something very odd. They said, they mentioned a co-defendant. They mentioned any information on a co-defendant. And we were trying to suss out exactly what that meant. A lot of people said that they were including that language just to cover all their bases, to try to get the defense, to try to get the prosecution to hand over everything by using all the terms that you could possibly use to describe it. But I'll tell you what, that language of the co-defendant has caused a lot of controversy. And I think that that's why when you see someone like Jack coming back into the headlines, he gets thrown right into the spotlight. So Jack is back in the headlines for a pretty minor reason. He was arrested for disturbing the peace and he was thrown into jail, into the Boise County jail, housed in the same jail where Bryan Kohberger is being housed. And so when his arrest record came out, we saw he had the middle name Roger. People started connecting the dots. Maybe he's Papa Roger, maybe he's not. So again, I mentioned all that. We've gone into it. I've done it in other videos. But bringing Jack back into the headlines brings up a photograph for me from the GRUB truck that I just can't quite get out of my mind. And I just want to bring it to you guys. I want to make sure you're aware of it. And I want you guys to tell me if you think that this could play a role at all in this crime or not. Anyway, let me show you what I'm talking about. It's a photograph of Hoodie Guy. Right here. So this is at the Corner Club. And what you're looking at is a photograph produced by the Be Real app. So if you don't know what Be Real app is, and I don't have it, but my family members do. So basically what they say is you get this one required photo a day and you have like 2 minutes to respond. And you have to take a picture, either selfie or the other way, showing where you are. No filters, nothing. Now you can post to this as many times a day as you want, but you get tagged with another person every day to exchange photographs with them. So when we see this picture of hoodie guy on the right, you can see on the left, you've got Maddie and Kaylee. Now this appears, or it isn't their own phones that took this picture. This is somebody else taking a picture of the girls and somebody else taking a picture of the boys, who both got tagged. But it brings up the question, were the girls using the Be Real app? Because at the GRUB truck, we see this. And what's Kaylee doing? Is she taking a selfie? It doesn't really look like it. That's not really selfie angle. It looks like Maddie's maybe holding up the food, the carbonara. It looks like she's using the Be Real app to me. And I mean, I don't know what it is about that photo that just doesn't sit well with me. I think maybe it has something to do with, how would the police even know if somebody was stalking those photos that showed your location? I mean, let's just say theoretically, a girl takes a picture at the GRUB truck and it's obvious where she's located, and you're just scrolling through your feed and you see her in a glance and know her location. How would police even ever know that you glanced at that photo? It'd be like me going down my YouTube feed. How would they know what I scrolled through, right? I don't know. It just, there's just something about this photo that has always kind of chilled me, you know, and it could be because these are some of the very last images, or at least some less still images ever taken of these girls. But there was another oddity. And again, I'm not saying this, I'm just bringing this to the audience to know what you think. I don't know what I think. I'm just bringing it to you and telling you my thoughts. But what I will say when it comes to this photo and this photo and this photo is, remember one thing. Kaylee's parents never got her cell phone back. Why is that? I mean, we've speculated on what could have happened. Some of the things I thought is maybe it was involved in the crime in some way. Maybe she even used it as like a weapon or something. I don't know. But why hadn't she got the phone back? Is there something about the phone physically that the police are interested in? Was the phone not there when the police came to investigate? Did somebody think that there was evidence on the phone that maybe was on a different account? I don't know, that they decided they wanted to, I don't know. Why didn't Kaylee's family get her phone back? Anyway, I just wanted to bring this up. I don't know if Jack has any involvement in Papa Roger, any of that stuff. I don't know if his family is traced back to Pennsylvania, as I've heard some people say. But if you do have information on this and you do want to leave me a tip, and while I'm saying that, let me just quickly put up this speculation banner. I can't find it. Just so you know that all commentary I say is all speculation, reaction, my opinion. I am not a lawyer, and I'm not an online sleuth either. I'm like a YouTube creator / ASMR girl. But if you do have information and you'd like to help me with stories, I would love to have your help, particularly with current stories like this. I can use all the help I can get. And if you'd like to join my Discord, it's a great place to share ideas. I'll leave a link in the description of this live stream. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you. If you have a story you'd like me to report on, I can do that anonymously. I can also promote your channel. I have over 11,000 subscribers. So every time you give me a story and I repeat it, it's sure to get you a few subscribers or interest on your channel. So Again, if you're interested in sharing information or helping me with Idaho 4 cases, please join my Discord. If you don't do Discord, I also have an email for business inquiries, but I don't always return those emails. So yeah, so it's probably easier on Discord. Anyway, I won't take any more of your time. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a blessed day, and see you soon.